Hello, this is Matthew Lim with Leadership Challenges and Supervision. This is the Lesson 14 discussion. So for the two prompts that I chose is the first one, describe the culture of an organization you're familiar with. What are its core values or ways of working? So organization I'm mostly kind of familiar with is Publix because I've worked there before. And, the first thing that they always you know, hold or tell everyone is that they're kind of employee owned. They when I was If you're a full-time employee there, you're gonna have like shares of stock there. You're kind of like you're part of the store and you're supposed to feel like you own the store basically. You're part of Publix, so you own a part of Publix. So it's also their saying is where shopping is a pleasure. And when you go into the store, it's always supposed to be organized. It's supposed to be clean. You're supposed to tell where everything is. It's supposed to be a pleasure to shop there. And they always try to keep like the traditional sense because they kind of glorify their founder, and they kind of try to keep the traditional like kind of Publix way of like where shopping is a pleasure, keeping everything clean. So yeah, it's just kind of like keeping with the traditional sense of Publix and how it was before, and they kind of like teach their employees how to be like honest and how to work with integrity. So that's kind of the culture I got from working at Publix. And the second one, identify two or more physical artifacts: logo, building, ads, uniform. What do they suggest about the organization's values or priorities? So I'd say, well, first thing is the logo. We all know the Publix logo, at least if we've lived in Florida for a while. We know it's like just a P. I think it's more simplistic and traditional, like how I said before, how they want to keep like with the traditional sense that of Publix, and make it identifiable. You see that P in the distance, you know it's going to be Publix. So it's simplistic, but it's very it's very known, especially to like people in the South, especially Floridians. The uniforms, because when I worked there, uniforms kind of differed, but most of the employees wore aprons and a green shirt that kind of symbolized Publix's main choice of color. And that kind of represents like the kind of like uniform and kind of traditional sense, because I'm pretty sure like the uniform or the aprons have always been the same thing. So yeah, I just feel like most of what Publix does in terms of logos or uniforms, they try to keep it traditional and they try to keep it uniform. And every store, pretty much you're going to see somebody wearing the same uniform. You're going to see the Publix, there's not going to be any difference in the branding or anything like that. All right, thank you.